Kia ora koutou e te whānau. We're looking forward to welcoming all students back to school on Monday the 18th of May. All our staff will be back on site on Thursday and Friday of this week in preparation for our Level 2 reopening, and we'll still have our Level 3 bubbles at school, and teachers will still be supporting distance learning over these 2 days, although they won't have scheduled online meetings with groups of students because they will have things that they need to be doing in the school environment during that time. We'll be back to full school operation as of next Monday, and this does include school bus transport for those students who travel to school on the bus and before and after school care. Please book for after school care and before school care in the same way as you did before lockdown through the After School Club email address or cell phone number. This information is on our school website, in the information booklet, and in any old newsletters that you find. After School Club will be held in rooms 9 and 10 to ensure that furniture is spread out to meet public health requirements, at least for the first couple of weeks of Level 2. Our school day for all students will be our normal 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and will be in their usual classroom with their regular classroom teaching team. We will, however, be staggering our break times to ensure that we're minimising the number of students using playground equipment and outdoor spaces during that time. Just helps us to keep a better tab on who's where and to ensure that there are really safe practices being used in our playground. We will have procedures in place to meet our public health requirements. Regular hand washing is the most important aspect of this, but it also includes each class having a single entry point. Our doors are designed so that they still open from the outside, so we're still meeting our health and safety requirements in terms of fire exits and emergency exits, but we will have them locked so that they can't be opened from the outside, and students will be able to access classrooms from a single point from outside to in. And each of those single entry points will have a sanitation station at them. All students will sanitise hands as they enter the classroom. You're welcome to send a small bottle of personal hand sanitizer for your child if you wish to, but please be aware that we have got plenty of hand sanitizer at school, and we are topping up our pump bottles of hand sanitizer regularly so that it is always available for students to use. Hand washing stations have been set up around the school at each of the sinks in our school, and at each sink area we have installed a soap dispenser and a paper towel dispenser so that they are fully functional as hand washing stations. Classes have each been allocated a hand washing station that they will use with teacher supervision regularly throughout the day, particularly before and after break times and eating. Classes have also been allocated a single toilet block that class will use. High-grade antiviral cleaning products are being used regularly throughout the day to clean the high-touch areas, and in particular the tabletops and door handles. Class furniture has been arranged so that children will have space at a table that will mean that they are not in each other's warm breath zone, and you may have heard that warm breath zone being talked about on the news in regard to primary age children. Junior classes will manage their mat times with the same warm breath zone in mind. Our larger classes and our senior students will probably not come together on the mat because of the size of the children and the number of children in those classes. We won't be able to keep them from being able to touch each other and from being in that warm breath zone. Items that are hard to include in our daily clean, like cushions and soft toys, have been removed from our inside class spaces. And furniture and class areas that encourage children to sit closely together have been removed from inside class spaces for the time being. These are things like the sofas, tents, teepees, cubby houses that teachers set up, and the bench seats that are sometimes used in some of our table spaces. Shared equipment will be cleaned each day, so children will still have access to many of the bits of equipment and playthings that we usually have in our classrooms, but we will be cleaning those daily. The drinking spout on our drinking fountains will be closed, and we will have those covered so that it's obvious that they are closed. Children need a water bottle at school because of this. They will be able to refill their bottles with filtered water from the bottle filling stations at each of our drinking fountains, and these will be cleaned regularly throughout the day to ensure that they're safe to use. Public health measures will also mean some changes for families with how they interact with the school. We ask that parents do not come onto school grounds for pick-up and drop-off of their children. Before school care children will need to go straight to room 9 at 8 a.m. Now, most of these children arrive at the area near the staff room. Dee has a really good line of sight to those children and knows the children that will need support to say goodbye to their parents and will help you with that. All other students should arrive no earlier than 8:30 a.m. They will need to go straight to class on arrival at school. There's not going to be the normal outside playtime in that 8:30 to 9 a.m. time because we can't supervise it and ensure that children are managing their behaviour and managing their physical distancing during that time before school. So teachers will be in their classrooms by 8:30 a.m. to welcome them. Linda, Juliet, Ray and myself will be outside between 8:30 and 9 a.m. to support children getting straight to class. So we'll be around the periphery of the school grounds. Ray will be in his usual spot at the pick-up drop-off zone. There'll be at least one of us out the front of the school and people round by the back of Bernardo's and the school fields so that we can support children to know exactly where they need to be. Please wait on the perimeter of the school grounds or arrange a meeting space at a greenway entrance or use the car park pick-up drop-off zone to meet your child at the end of the day. Parents will not be able to congregate in groups on our school grounds. The school office will be open by appointment to avoid the overcrowding that sometimes happens, particularly before school in that 8:30 to 9:15 sort of time. So to avoid that, if you need to come in to purchase uniform or to meet with admin or leadership staff to check your account or to pay a bill or to buy stationery, then please ring our school office number 4450-326 and make a time for you to come in so that we can ensure we haven't got large groups of people in the office area at any one time. There will be no heat-ups that we usually run over term 2 and term 3, at least for the first 2 weeks of this reopening, just while we're getting used to our staggered break times and we can ensure that we can offer that for parents in a safe way. We will be reassessing that. And we will let you know when our Friday lunch orders resume. We will be working with the FOTS to find out when they're happy to come in and start those again, and they'll of course be having to talk to our providers like Subway and Souvlaki and Sushi Katsu to see when they are ready to resume that service. And of course we'll need a system that's slightly better than the usual chaos we have in the office area before 9 a.m. on a Friday morning. So we've got some working out to do to make sure we can deliver that safely. We are required to keep a register of all visitors to our school grounds. Obviously, all children we take the roll for on a daily basis and know who's here. All our staff, we know when they are here. But for parents, that means that we will need to take names of any parents who need to be on our school grounds for whatever reason. And that means that we will need updated contact information for you. There's an assumption that we know where you live and what your phone number is. So if you have moved house or changed your email or phone contact since May 2019 when we set our register for board elections, please email our school office to update that information so we have it correct. Please note that if your child is unwell in any way, we will require you to keep them home. And if they present as unwell during the school day, you'll need to come and pick them up immediately. Absences need to be notified to the office as per normal procedures for our school on a daily basis. Thank you for listening. We're really, really looking forward to seeing all of the children again, and I'm sure that they are keen to get back to the routines of a more normal school day. Please be assured that we're doing everything we can to ensure that this is going to be a safe transition for your child, and please be in touch directly with me or your child's teacher if you have any concerns about your child in this transition back into the school environment. Thank you.